Today on Lessons in Life and Love with Coach Riana Milne, stress be gone. 10 tips for stress management. There's always going to be stress in your life. The critical idea is to know what the big stuff is and let go of the rest. We'll go into the best way to handle a task so it's not so overwhelming and stressful, creating more time management skills, handling obligations with more joy, stopping the negative people-pleasing habits caused by unhealed childhood trauma, and beating the negative thoughts and feelings by adopting the positive mindset for success. All this and more today on Lessons in Life and Love.
Welcome to Lessons in Life and Love with Riana Milne, where we show you how to have the positive mindset for success in all life areas. It's time to have the life you desire and the love you deserve.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 4 and Show 87 of the Lessons in Life and Love podcast. I'm your host and Global Life and Love Coach, Riana Milne, coming to you every Friday on lessonsinlifeandlove.com and on my app, Lessons in Life and Love on the go. I'm all about helping you transform your life in all areas into one that you're passionate about and to help you attract and have the love that you deserve. I'm on a mad mission to change the way the world loves. So you'll learn how to have emotionally healthy, evolved, and conscious love and how to avoid toxic, painful, and traumatic relationships which seem too prevalent today. It's time to help you create the life you desire and have the love that you deserve. So if you have a personal concern, I invite you to meet with me for a private Life and Love transformation discovery session this week. Just sign up to have that private coaching hour with me at my website, rianamilne.com. Go to the header on the website, look for the orange button, and there you go. So let's dive in, love angels and transformers. Today I have a great show. I feel it's going to be extremely helpful for you, especially during this time of unemployment, COVID-19, all this change and stress in our lives. It's all about stress management. It's true there will always be stress in our life and life changes that we can't control. The critical idea is to know what the big stuff is and to let go of the rest. So here's the top 10 suggestions I have for helping you with stress management. 1, when you're faced with a task, ask yourself, is this really necessary for me to do right now? Is it the best way for me to use my time? Do I really want to use my time this way? And if the answer is no, then don't do this at this time and schedule them for a non-peak time or a time that you can give your full attention without feeling that this is going to totally stress you out. Here's an example. During the virus, I knew I wanted to clean out my drawers and closets in my bedroom. I usually do this anyway as a spring ritual to get rid of the things I haven't worn and give it to charity each year. But it's not a task I particularly love, and it takes me a very long time. So I decided to save it for the first rainy day on a weekend that I could go in, throw on a TV movie, listen and watch it as I'm cleaning out my closet. It makes this chore so much easier for me. I actually did that chore over the weekend, and I feel so good with the cleaned closet and my drawers all organized, and I know I'll never miss what I've chosen to give away. Number 2, create more time. Everybody says I don't have enough time. Here's some things you can do. Get up an hour earlier or go to bed an hour later. You know yourself if you're more productive and happier in the morning. Are you a morning person? Or you're more of a night person and you're more productive at night. If you're a business person, you know the standard time is 9 to 5. However, with our global economy and the way things happen, you need to be ready for Pacific and East Coast time. With Pacific time being 6 a.m. for the East Coast 9 a.m., that could be a very grueling task. It may be 6 a.m. to 6:30 is your time to awake to be productive for East Coast business. Same as us East Coast people. I know I am on a seminar with one of my coaches from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. East Coast when his time is 5 to 8 p.m. That's pretty late for me, but it's a class that I really enjoy, and I'm going to make sure I schedule that in. And if I'm getting tired in that afternoon, I'll take a brief siesta so I'm sharp and show up to participate and stay on the whole time. Work your time that is best for you and accommodate your time when you need it. Put something less important off for something that you feel is more important. Learn to do your routine tasks faster or hire someone to help you. These days, you can hire someone to grocery shop for you, to run your errands, to do your social media work if you're an online business. These things can take up a lot of time. Schedule those out, and companies like Fiverr or freelancer.com has really great professionals that are independent contractors really wanting the business and excited to help you. So don't shy away from checking out these resources. I have hired people to help me with my social media through both sources, freelancers and Fiverr.com. And I have found great people that I've enjoyed working with from around the world. And this way I feel I'm helping other people as well who may not be as fortunate as us in America. Use time while traveling or waiting for reading, writing, organizing, making lists, planning, or relaxing and daydream. When I drive, it's my time to catch up on podcasts. I do enjoy them, but I don't have time during my busy work week to really listen during the day. So podcasting is my time for the beach and when I'm driving. So schedule things in like that. I always have a little tablet with me when I'm on the beach. When I sit and relax, my ideas just flow. So that's a time I like to journal and create. If you download my app, Lessons in Life and Love, you can easily listen to a podcast or even watch a videotape from my app. When you might be waiting for a car repair, for example, you can always be learning and fill idle or unproductive time with a productive task. Let's talk more about time. Have you lost the joy in a daily routine? Are you going through the motions without feeling anything but a ton of anxiety and stress and overwhelm day in and day out around your job? Are you fitting in any time for fun? Time with your girlfriends or guy friends, time with your partner to go out and have a romantic date? Or when you're doing these things, you schedule them in, or do you feel all this guilt that you should be working instead, or you're having a hard time fitting these into your busy schedule? It's really important that you schedule in joy. No one's going to give you this time. You have to take it and own it and feel great about it. So you have to reset your mindset and move into a life that you are doing things with both responsibility, your tasks that you have to complete, and yet pleasure and joy, and you schedule those in. I know I have always scheduled in a great 2-week vacation every year and another trip or two to get away for 3 to 4 days. As a matter of fact, June 8th, I was supposed to be in China and Japan on a 2-week cruise, which unfortunately had to be canceled. I always wanted to see the Asian Orient, and I'm sorry I'm not going to experience that at this time. But those trips have always been really looked forward to and well-deserved. So I plan to hopefully travel again soon, starting out with going out to seeing my grandchildren in LA and getting back into a travel state of being and mind. With a mindset for success, you develop a whole new relationship with yourself and how you choose to spend your time, where you're experiencing fully your activities with either peace and joy, where you experience fully all your activities with peace and joy because you're choosing when you're going to take on that work and responsibility or a certain task. When you claim or schedule the time for either fun or responsibility, this eases your stress because it gives you a sense of power that you're scheduling in what you want to do when you want to do it, even the tasks you don't enjoy. But you're going to approach the task with a sense of calm and enjoy it much more, and the fact that you have accomplished it, as well as enjoying your fun time more. I've had this task over my head for quite a while, which is changing out old charts. As a psychotherapist, you have to shred your charts every 7 years and then file away your newer charts. So I had a ton of charts from New Jersey. I had to move down to Florida, and now's the time for me to take them to the shredding. But this is a grueling task. I have to be out in the file storage and changing and closing the charts, and it's a lot of work that I totally don't enjoy. So again, I schedule it for a rainy weekend or 2 or 3 days in a row where I know I can process this without a lot of interruptions. And I just got done that task over the weekend, We were having rain in Florida, and I'm so happy that that task is now done. So I scheduled it, woke up with full intention, got my hair into the ponytail and my shorts and sneakers on. I said, this is the day I'm going to start this, and it's going to be done by Monday night. No computer time for me, just get in, get out, and get my tasks done. And I'm so happy that I did. So I had full command and total control over my schedule and getting this task behind me. Those with childhood trauma often get caught up with taking on way too much, feeling overwhelmed all the time, and running around trying to please everyone and show them love and attention, and they don't want to say no and disappoint others. You really have to learn to put yourself and self-love first, and learn to fit in the time to give other people your time and attention, but at the same time, have your enjoyable things that you like to do, either individually or with friends, and then take on those unenjoyable tasks with a mindset that I'll be happy when I get it done and can celebrate at that time. What you want to do is start your day by scheduling out the activities that you want to do, the top 3 goals before you even get out of bed. Plan those 3 things and schedule in the time that you're going to do these skills. So in the morning, I'm going to do podcasting. In the afternoon, I'm going to write a blog. In the evening, I have my coaching class. In between, I have 2 interviews. Things like that, and you can easily have your schedule before you get out of bed. This will help you energize yourself and start your day in a purposeful way. And at the end of the day, make sure you look back and say, wow, I got a lot done today. And give yourself those positive affirmations for a day well spent. Make sure you choose your time also for the things that are good for you. Healthy eating for lunch and a dinner, some time for exercise, even if that's a brisk walk for 20 minutes, and of course, time for meditating first thing in the morning. It will help you start your day with more focus when you do your meditation first thing in the morning. When you complete each task, this will give you a full sense of accomplishment. And after each segment or task, stand up, stretch. That's when you can eat a lunch or take your walk, and so on, so that you're taking a small break between each task. Then you'll go back with a fresher mind to start the next task. If you schedule in too much, put that one task you didn't get to as the first thing you want to do tomorrow to get it off your plate. Saying, I don't want to do that today is okay, as long as you replan that time. You take your power back by making these time choices. And remember, it's okay to tell people no who try to ruin your plan for that day. Say, I'd really love to spend the day with you. However, earlier this week, I earmarked this weekend to do my charts. And I must get it behind me so I have room to store my new charts. Because I know if I leave something undone, that's when I feel stressed and overwhelmed. I am not a procrastinator. I'm someone that likes to get things done. I like a clean and organized environment. And there's something hanging over my head. It makes me tired, actually, because it's a task that I know I need to get to. Scheduling it in is always the best thing for me to know that I can get it done and tell people no along the way. Since many of you are now at home, are you wondering what a home profession would be like? Have you ever thought of coaching? I have developed an amazing coaching mentoring program to get you started in coaching or help you to excel to global status. To inquire, just go to rianamilne.com and check out the mentoring tab, and then contact me with a list of what you would like help with. This is a personalized, customized, and individual coaching program to help you get your new or existing virtual dream job off the ground. Why not go for it? How much time do we have to live our dreams? Start today. Just go to rianamilne.com, the mentoring tab, and create the list you need me to coach you on to begin your virtual global dream job from home today. That's rianamilne.com, rianamilne.com, the mentoring tab, to create the life you desire now. 3, be prepared. Have a plan of action. Do it today instead of letting the anxiety build up by that procrastination. And that's what I'm talking about. That plan of action, being dedicated to the plan and not procrastinating anymore. If you're a little bit of a clutterer, take 1/4 of your room. Start with the largest room. I usually say the living room, and do one corner and throw away the things you don't want, put in a box or bag things for donation, and just start. Put some music on. It will help you with a task, and you'll see you'll get a lot more done than you even realized. 4, think positively. Believe you can handle that problem that comes your way. With our Mindset for Success philosophy, our clients learn to think, what can I do, not what I can't do. So many people get into victim, negative, fear-based mindset, which we call living on the dark side. And when you live in the light side, this is the side of possibilities, of light, of seeing what you can do, even out of a bad situation. Of course, COVID is a bad situation, not only for our country, but for our world. So I am helping people all over the world. Right now, I have a client in India, Argentina, Australia, Canada, several in the US, New Zealand, and everyone is suffering from COVID job layoffs and a situation that was forced upon us that we did not plan in our life. Again, be proactive and say, what can I do since I am now at home? I can be proactive and make sure I get my schedule done, maybe take on a new course, a new task, which I chose to do. I created a brand new program called Dating Success for Singles. And I was very happy to present that to my online clients as another alternative class that they can take. So what can you do to be proactive and do things that you'd like to do or get out of the way, like my chart project or cleaning out my entire room? 5, do take care of yourself. You want to watch your diet. Don't eat processed or packaged foods. Avoid artificial stimulants and cut down on your alcohol. Do exercise and find time to relax. I know alcohol consumption is way up. If you're having problems with alcohol, contact me. I have a couple very good and dear friends that do substance abuse coaching, totally confidential, and they're amazing. But I do something called the God diet. Eat the foods that God provided. We humans were not made to eat chemicals and plastics and substances that aren't supposed to be in our body. What did God provide? Fruits, nuts, berries, fish in our ocean, small level animals like chicken or turkey if you're a meat eater. Eat those things that are organic, fresh, as many vegetables as you can, as well as our fruits. 6, learn to laugh. Don't take life so seriously. See the funny side of things. Lighten up and free your spirit. I love a great comedy show, movies. It's really good to laugh. It's good for your heart. It's good for your body. It's good for your mind. Get together with friends that are positive, that also loves to have a good time. Keep your childlike spirit. Just get rid of the childhood trauma, but keep that young energy. I know many people, when they meet me, don't think I'm my age because my energy is young. That's because I do love to laugh and I do love to connect and have fun with people. 7, keep tabs on your stress. Every day you want to assess your stress levels and work out an action plan for dealing with this stress. Sunday night, again, I look at the tasks that may not be so enjoyable, make sure I schedule them in and just have the mindset for completion. Task will be off your plate. Number 8, express your feelings. Don't get caught up in everyday happenings that make you suffer. Don't get caught up in people's negative stories. If you have friends that are always calling and bitching to you, tell them, you know what? I have a great coach that you should talk to. She's a life coach. She's a love coach. I'm not a counselor. I've got a busy day. I've got my own things going on. Because I'll tell you, when you're listening constantly to someone else's stress, you take it on, whether you realize it or not. It goes into your brain. It goes into your body cells. So you want to weed out your negative friends. Now, if you've had a lifelong friend, you say to them, look, I am consciously working on getting stress out of my life for myself, for my day. And I do want to keep you as my friend. Do you want to do this with me? And instead of us complaining to each other, let's be proactive, not reactive around stress or problems. If you want to run something by me, just say, hey, I want to run something by you for an opinion, and then give an opinion. But every time there's a phone call, it should not be a bitch and moan session. Ask, how are you doing today? You know, I have one friend that I have cut out of my life, but every time I used to call her, it was a half-hour story about her illnesses. And I would offer some suggestions. I'm into holistic health, but it was so draining on me. And she never asked, well, how are you doing? And by the time it was maybe my turn to say a few words, I had to go. I have weaned negative people out of my life. I keep only positive, proactive people in my life. That keeps my energy good. It keeps our time together really positive and fun. And I have kept lifelong friends this way by not taking all my problems to them, and they don't take their problems to me. They are the same mindset as mine, spiritually based, holistic mind, body, spirit, positive. And that's how we are when we were with each other. And it's a great way to be a friend. So question, are you a good friend? When you talk to your buddy, are you bitching and moaning? Or are you asking, so how are you? How was your day? And I always say, watch the flow of a conversation. It should be you talk, they talk. You talk, they talk. Picture the affinity circle, right? And it's a flow. And it should be a flow back and forth of conversation, not one person dumping all their problems on you, then maybe say, so how are you? And I notice that's happening to me. Like, it's so obvious because, again, I live consciously 24/7. And I have said things to friends. I said, you know what? Every time I call, you don't even ask how I'm doing. And I feel like I'm a coach on the call, not your friend. Be careful of that. You don't want to give somebody too much of your stress. So keep a tab on it. If you need a life coach, contact me at rianamilne.com and let's get it handled. Let's get this stress out of your life. Start with the life and love transformation session. Let's see where your stress levels are coming from and let's get rid of it. The next one is number 9. Do relaxation techniques, yoga, meditation, deep breathing exercises every day, massage once a week, stretching of your muscles under the covers while your body is still warm. You should be in bed every morning before you get out of bed, stretching every way you can to get the body feeling energized and moving under the covers while your muscles are still warm. That's the best time for stretching. Connecting with nature by walking by the ocean or taking a hike up in the mountains. Do that at least weekly basis, especially if you're working inside or without windows. Connecting with nature would be very important for you. Us human beings are made to be out in the sun and we're meant to be active. What can you do to be active each day? Get a little bit of sunlight. The fact that our gyms may not be open right now, just walking in the sunlight, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you can do, and doing your meditation every morning. That involves a deep breathing. The first step of meditation for us is the 7 deep breaths, or doing yoga a couple of times a week to keep that stretching and yourself breathing and relaxing. These all really work great, and they're proven in science to really help the mind and body connection. 10, seek professional coaching or counseling if you find yourself too stressed out and overwhelmed with a particular issue, ongoing problems, a problem with your relationship. You're not sure if you want to stay or go. And if you've been living in a toxic relationship, that stress really builds up day after day after day. Cleanse it, settle it, do something. Don't stay in limbo. Get yourself help. Right now, my Life and Love Transformation Discovery Sessions to meet with me for 1 hour is only $47, guys. It's normally $500. So for 1 hour, you get my time and attention, and let's get to the root of what's causing the issues and let's clean it up. This is what's causing the stress. When you are living with a toxic person day after day, some days are good, some days are bad. You don't know what kind of day you're going to get. You're walking on eggshells. It is the worst feeling in the world, and it can be settled. You need to move forward from that so you can have a life full of joy. It's really important with your partner that you feel cared for, cherished, supported, and encouraged. And if you don't, or if you're single and you're handling things, this is what my job is as your life coach, to give you that support, to make you feel cared for. And at times I have to reparent in a way that you didn't hear those kind words and those positive affirmations like, great job. You know, I have a lovely client right now who's working very hard to lose weight. She's out there walking. She's cleaning up her environment. I'm so proud of her because she was so stuck for such a long time period by being with a toxic partner that she basically just gave up and had no joy. I'm here to give you your joy back, to support you step by step in recreating that life you desire and really finding and attracting and keeping the love that you deserve. When I say that, create the life you desire and have the love you deserve, it's not just a slogan. It's how I really feel. It's how I operate. It's how I support my people on a weekly or daily basis in helping you to create that life that you do truly desire before our time is done, because we don't know how much time we're going to have. If you've been going for years to a counselor, and I've heard this, I've been in counseling 6 years, 7 years, 5 years. Guys, it's not working. Okay, you should not have to go that long and not feel empowered in how you're running your life. You have to get to the base of the issues, which are the childhood original traumas or the original love traumas. Understand them, forgive them, clean them up, use the different techniques that I teach you for the mindset for success. Are you feeling down, lonely, fearful, and frustrated when it comes to dating? Have you had repetitive toxic dates and relationships, but swear it will be better next time? Well, there's a reason you keep attracting the same type of partner, which we call same person, different face. It's called childhood trauma. Now, I know what you're thinking. Your childhood was pretty normal, because that's what most people say. But research shows that 90% of us have had at least 1 to 3 of the 10 described childhood traumas. Do you want to find out what yours might be? Just go to rianamilne.com and take the 4 free love quizzes. And while you're there, download the free ebook called Why 9 Out of 10 People Struggle in Life and Love and What You Can Do About It. That's rianamilne.com. And let's begin your journey to healing and personal transformation in life and love. Learn to take action, and the coach helps inspires you to take action. Some problems may take a little time to work through. This is why my programs are 4 to 6 months. But if you are looking at someone to give you a quick result, it doesn't happen with a quick result or a quick fix. We have to take some time and rebuild that life that you desire by acknowledging what had gone wrong, what had derailed you, getting rid of the trauma which is stored in the brain and the body cells, and teaching you to go from unconscious, fear-based negative mindset to proactive, positive mindset. Then we're going to have you set the new goals for the dreams that you desire. I'm going to set you on your path to do that. So many are achieved within the time that we're working together, and then you go on to the next goal, and then you go on to the next goal, and then you see your life starting to change and transform, and it feels amazing. And that positive energy alone is enough to keep you going on and keep recreating that life you desire. It's important, that conscious mindset, that you're doing what you're doing. You want to have some purpose behind it. Know how you'll feel when this task is done. Even if it's a grueling one, like my charts, it's like, I want to feel so good when I've done this chart process. For 3 days, I'll work 8 in the morning till 11 at night and get it done. And it is. And I feel freer, more energy. You don't want this life of endless chores and meeting obligations. That's why I schedule in a fun night a couple of times a week as joy and well-deserved fun. My downtime, I never feel guilty about my downtime because I know how hard I work. And it's very important that I schedule that in, like my vacations. I schedule them in and know they're well-deserved. And when I have the fun time, I'm purposely off the machines, I call it, my computer and my phone as much as possible. I spend my downtime at the beach. That's usually my Sunday. I can't wait to get back on the beach in Delray. Oh my God. I try to go there Saturday morning with a beach chair. It's like, all right, I'll spend 3 hours on the beach and come home and start the charts. And they didn't let me on the beach with my beach chair. So I'm like, okay, that's a message, go home and start the charts. But I ended up going to the pool for a couple of hours to get my sun and some reading in, which is my downtime, which I love. And it's a reward for a week well deserved, the work that I did so hard. If you don't build in that reward system and the time off, you're going to feel very negative, angry, stressed out, usually about everything. You'll feel sad, angry, frustrated, but that feeling of stress is going to stay in your body. With the conscious mindset of awareness and learning to manage your mind, your feelings don't overwhelm you anymore because you have these well-scheduled joy times your fun times. And when you're down, this downtime also inspires your creativity. Your mind will create new fun things that inspire you. Basically, you need to change your relationship with time. Because if you don't, you'll still be running around, working really hard to finish all these goals, looking back, and you'll say, where did the time go? Why didn't I have any fun? And I heard this line many years ago, and I've never forgotten it. In the end, when you're laying on your deathbed, nobody says, I wish I worked more. You'll hear, I wish I traveled the world. I wish I had more time. I wish I loved my partner better. Okay, so do those things now. The clock is ticking, right? We can't get time back. So you don't want to fill it with only working hard. If you work hard, play hard, and make sure that you schedule that time in. Don't wait for your vacation till you, quote, make more money. When I was in my poorer days as a single mom, still working very hard, I knew I deserved vacation, and I always planned it in September around my birthday. That was a time it's like, I'm going to give myself a happy birthday gift by giving myself a vacation, well deserved. When my kids were young, we do that together. When I'm older and they're grown, I try and schedule something for my birthday. Too many people put life on hold until their kids are out of their house or their mortgage is paid off, or they're going to finish all this work-related stuff before they find real love. Do it now. Schedule it in. You need to have the mindset to live consciously 24/7. This helps you to evaluate how you relate to your time, how you schedule in your joy or your task time. And remember, you'll never have enough time for the real joys in life if you don't take it. No one's going to give it to you. You have to schedule it in for yourself. It's really important that you beat the negatives as well. You need a plan B when things put your schedule awry, like COVID-19 did for so many of us. Set your priorities and simplify. Learn to think positive is a really important part of dealing with stress, whether you're at home or at work. Know that this bad situation shall also pass. Replace a negative thought with a positive one. Some negative thoughts could sabotage you, could be feeling sorry for yourself. Don't wallow in self-pity. Don't be a victim. Know you're not alone. And don't let negative people bring you down. Get into a positive mindset state and say, what can I do today to be proactive, to be positive, to do something where I feel I've accomplished something important. If you're feeling overwhelmed, laugh it off. See humor in a stressful situation. Listen to music or call a friend that makes you happy, or see a comedy movie later that day. If you're feeling out of control, recognize there's a pattern to unexpected problems. When you're facing a problem, think through how it happened and pinpoint the most likely causes. Again, when this is something that we did not control, like COVID-19, what can we control? We can control staying safe. We can control by wearing a mask and gloves in risky situations. We can control that. Create possible solutions where you can still live life, enjoy the tasks, set your goals and dreams, and still schedule in fun. List your solutions and choose the best ones. If you're feeling helpless, think of situations in the past where you've overcome obstacles before and found the courage to cope and move forward in a positive way. This could be a similar or other difficult situation. Recall then how you dealt with the previous problems. Concentrate on positive factors and how you coped rather than negative ones. This situation reminds me a lot of experiencing 9/11. I had two younger daughters who graduated high school year 2000 and 2011. I was worried for their future, and it was my job as a mom to keep them in a positive way and say, don't let this hold you back. Still go for your dreams. Still, what are you desiring? Still wake up with a positive goal every day. And in their 20s, they really, really excelled. I'm so proud of both my girls and everything that they've accomplished. And they didn't let the negativity or fear of our country at that time make them be a victim. They continued being positive in what they decided that they were going to do in their life, and they kept moving forward. If you're feeling trapped, there is always an alternative course of action. Allow yourself to think creatively. This may involve limiting your original plan and coming up with a new one, or analyzing why your present coping strategies aren't working. Again, if you need help, look for a life coach. List all the possible new solutions you can think of without saying they're a bad idea. Just list them, give yourself time, meditate on them, but don't make hasty, impulsive choices. If you don't try to force an answer, it'll come to you over time once you're not stressed out and you're thinking clearly. I always put a decision I have to make into my meditation. My fourth step of meditation is, God, what do you want me to know? So I see what answers come to me when I am calm. I'm in my most creative mind. I am in my most clear and conscious mind. I always ask a spiritual question. Is this for the good of all? I don't like to live impulsively. Like the decision, should I go out and meet my new twin grandchildren? Of course I want to meet them. They were born February 21st. This is the time COVID was exploding and people were catching it on the airplanes. And I said, the last thing I want to do is make my grandbaby sick. So I canceled my ticket in early March. And I hope to go out there in July. I've been hoping and praying for a solution, a vaccine, a way to take care of this if you come down with the virus, for the airlines to make accommodations. So I have this saying, if in doubt, go without. If you're not sure of a decision, wait to make it. Wait till you're feeling more confident. And was it for the good of all for me to fly out there if I got sick? No, I could not live with myself if I made my grandchildren sick. So it was best for all of us that I delay that trip, even though my heart's desire, of course, is to hold them and love them and squeeze those little boo-boos, because I'm so thrilled of my daughters having children, my 5 beautiful grandkids. I'm so blessed. But I have to be patient and be proactive and do what I can do by seeing them on my Alexa and enjoying their growth and the celebrations with my daughters through their videos and their pictures, because that's all I can do, but it's for the best of all. Having that plan B and scheduling for another time, if in doubt, go without making that move right now. One other point I want to make before we tie up: when you're overwhelmed, tired, and burnt out with commitments, you're going to be exhausted. And you may be so wired and unconsciously people-pleasing because this is what you did as a child to love and feel love from a difficult parent. If you find that you're a people pleaser, it's really important that you heal your unconscious childhood patterns. You want to stop the patterns of feeling you have to overdo to feel or give love. People pleasing needs to stop. When you can stop this and you feel you no longer have to overdo, instead you love with a peaceful and calm way and heart. This all starts with self-love and joy. Those with childhood trauma often people please, and we want to stop this unconscious, unhealthy pattern by learning to politely and kindly say no. You don't want to be reactive, but proactive in your choices, because when you live your life in a reaction mode, people dictate your reaction and your emotions. For example, if someone has a bad day, that experience becomes your problem. And then you try to solve their problem and you overdo. And this is going to ruin your mood and stress you out. It's not up to you to solve other people's problems. It's up to them. And it's really important, if you're a parent, that you proactively teach your child to come up with 2 to 3 solutions to their issues so they learn to solve their own problems. You want to learn to consciously control your reaction to people and to different events, and accept that you can't control another person or their moods or their toxic behavior patterns. You always have a choice. You always have a choice to stay in that relationship with a toxic partner or to leave that relationship if they don't choose to fix their own behavior patterns. When you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out, this also leaves you powerless, which zaps your energy. So if you're always feeling tired, ask yourself, am I out of alignment with who I am and what it is I want to do? Am I overdoing for others, leaving myself exhausted? You need to choose joy over stress, relaxation over busyness, positive experiences over negative ones, leading to a peaceful, loving, joy-filled, and fun life. Decide today. Plan ahead, have a plan B to pivot into the life that's always changing and could be challenging, but at the same time, you are feeling the freedom to choose what it is you want to do for that day. You're having the power to choose your own thoughts and feelings and giving focus over to what you want for that particular day with conscious awareness, refusing to live in unconscious overwhelm. The power to say no to tasks that aren't on your list for that day and to tell others, I'm sorry, I'd love to spend time with you, but I have something planned for the day and I just can't do it. But let's schedule for another time. If they are truly your friend or interested in you, they will understand and support your decision. This is what we call having healthy boundaries and the confidence to speak your feelings kindly, yet deciding how to spend your day and reaching your goals so you're a better and more happier, healthy person. And with that ends the lesson. Okay, love angels and transformers, that's all we have time for today. I appreciate you sharing the love and the mission of helping me change the way the world loves by sending and sharing the show link to your friends that you love and care about. Please do take a moment to subscribe to the show. Give me a 5-star rating, and please comment on what you liked about the show. And if there's something you want to learn in an upcoming podcast, just contact me at lessonsinlifeandlove.com, the website where you can get the archives for every show that I've done. And you can also easily share the show from there. Remember, you can reach out for help from me during the week at my website, rianamilne.com. And while you're there, be sure to get my free ebook on how to heal childhood trauma and signs of trauma is in your relationships, as well as taking the 4 free love tests and getting free book chapter downloads of my #1 bestseller, Love Beyond Your Dreams, Break Free of Toxic Relationships to Have the Love You Deserve, and Live Beyond Your Dreams, From Fear and Doubt to Personal Power, Purpose, and Success. Because as always, I am here to help you create the life you desire and to have the love that you deserve. Have a very blessed, safe, and fabulous week.
We want to thank you for joining us on this episode of Lessons in Life and Love with Coach Riana Milne. Go to rianamilne.com for more resources. And if you're really ready to take action to improve your life or love situation, apply now for a session with Riana. And remember, it's time to have the life you desire and the love you deserve.